then bit, then bros. One word. I strongly encourage you to stay tuned for that. And if you want, they also have a Facebook page and a much better live show. Anyway, 8-Bit Bros, 8 p.m. Ironic Radio Network.
It's 8 o'clock, and you know what that means.
What up, people? Welcome back to the late edition. Yeah, that's right. We missed the early edition. Life is crazy. Jobs are crazy. We got all kinds of crazy shit going on here.
20 minutes late.
And we got even more crazy shit. We're 20 minutes late. Who fucking cares? Do the right thing, people. This is not a safe program for your children.
Oh, we are actually allowed. We are allowed over Facebook now to 18 plus our channel.
No, we don't want to do that. We just want to put the kids in the closet.
Yeah, just put the kids in the closet.
As we like to call it. Hey, business. Center box gets a square.
What up, people?
That's right. To the left, that's me over there, web boy, 846 miles. The one and only Something Loud. And guess what?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
now
you.
We can.
Yeah, I can hear you. You were muted for a second there. And guess what, people?
No, actually, we're having a serious Facebook. What the?
Oh, yeah, now you get verbally on me. And out of the update, we've got our phones back. We think. Well, but because on the phone is our mysterious caller out of the phone. Nikki?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you. Look, the phone's working. Beautiful.
Can you hear me now?
We haven't had phones in like 3 months, bro.
Yeah, I've been trying to call for the last month to the 9 number I've listed, and it's ringing and ringing and ringing. Like,
blame
well, it's never our fault. But hey, we got our fucking phones back. Scientist in the house.
So you want to get your gripe out now? You're bone. Now, might as well put it out now.
Well, he's got to come in here. I got that chip. And I've decided I'm not paying for the chip. I'm just taking it out of the 8 Bros kitty. Fuck you. You guys are paying for it. Yeah.
No. That scientist comes. We'll take it out of him.
What? $38. Hey, it was your fucking bet. You bet me. I'm always game for. I mean, don't seem to. I don't know why my boys don't seem to stand behind me on this, but I'm always game for a bet. I don't care what the bet is. If you want to lay on a fucking train track while the train's coming and see who can get off the train track first, I'm down. I'm okay with that. But I'm not paying for the bet. You come at me, you bring the goods. But for some fucking reason, my partners in crime here, this fuck over here, 846 miles south, was like, you need to pay off that bet and you should just fucking buy it. No. But I did.
Turn your phone down.
I did. So the chip is here. It's not physically.
Oh, the thing is that disgusting purple jersey.
oh, yeah.
Supposed to. That's right. Yeah. So Nick,
So when he eats the chip and vomits, it's all over that beautiful, ugly, beautiful jersey.
they're not going to
Well,
bomb.
all I'm saying is this. Once I say it again. April 25th,
Oh,
2020, at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
The NFL draft is going to be in Las Vegas. And I know the 8-bit bros are going to be in the draft night. So, the Mad Scientist will make his annual appearance on the 8-bit bros. Be bringing his custom-made number 80 seat. He will bring it on board. So everybody can see that number 80 Ficarelli jersey on him. During the fact that it's technically my blood anyway.
Yeah, right.
And on top of that, and then on top of which people getting drafted and be shuttled over a boat to the Bellagio, wherever it's doing their friggin'.
Yeah, it's a Bellagio.
We're gonna watch Web Boy take chip chow, and then
No, you think we're till draft show for this motherfucker to eat this chip? You're out of your mind.
No, Chip's here. I'm eating the whole goddamn chip. Well, it's not here. But, 7 like fucking all on it and part of all this. So I could,
She wants to see you suffer.
right, that's fine. It serves me right. So I'm okay. The chip will be here Tuesday. It'll be right here in its little coffin.
and tickle, and it's gonna be a beautiful. Just seeing Tony Woodboy Legata with a Ficarelli jersey on, that beautiful number 80. It's just got a sight for beautiful eyes. In fact, that this
You know, this year too. I got no problem paying off. Problem.
I'm
In the
that we have the
shut up your ass with you. Go back and win shit. It's okay. It can't happen again. Drew Sam Hill and ain't fucking
You
winning a
think
game.
Brees is going to retire?
I don't care.
You care.
No, I don't.
You should.
I'm not going to retire because he's going to do the right thing. Hates Winston, wants him
Oh, we
out.
know that.
Wants him out. He already said that at the end of fucking last year or the end of this season when he was like, well, we got a good quarterback, but he can't seem to win when it's important, and I'm not real happy about it. Quote, unquote. He already wants him the fuck out. And Jameis Winston can go to Chicago or wherever the fuck else needs a quarterback. You know, send him to fucking to L.A. Or is it San Diego? Or is it Vegas? Where do the Chargers even play? Does anybody fucking know?
Who? Winston's not going to Vegas.
No. Well, Carr's going to be gone too.
I don't think Carr's going anywhere.
Don't count your chickens. This is going to be a very interesting draft.
That was the weirdest. I pardon the interruption on the show.
Yeah,
over
you
there.
dropped out and came back, and that was
Well,
fun.
no, that's on the phone end.
Really?
Skype was fucking upstream.
What's even
Skype was
fun?
fucking everything up over here, and now that I hung up and rejoined the call, everything's balanced back out.
Which is weird
And
because we
we
didn't
And
never-
I'm answering another phone call.
we never lost the call. So, Nikki, I got you. We got you here on the phone.
No, I just hung up on y'all, and we got another call that just called in.
Oh, good. See if you can bring it in.
I just tried. I don't know whether it came in or didn't.
It doesn't see it on my end.
I don't see it either.
Mad Scientist, got a
Absolutely
question
here.
for you. I know you're here. I got a question for you. Well, before I get into the question, I do want to preference or at least want to say that our sad day in sports last week. It's one of the reasons why we weren't here for a show. We kind of took a day off to ponder and deal with the passing of Kobe Bryant and his fucking kid. That's goddamn horrible.
Not just that, entire families of children.
Well, yeah, you had the coach and well, not the coach. Yeah, well, the other kid
You
and
had
the
the baseball. You had a baseball coach,
baseball coach,
college
9
baseball
people.
coach. Yeah, total of 9 people.
Go down in a tragic accident. NBA has released their new format for the All-Star game this year.
As a nod towards Kobe. Yeah.
I want to know thoughts on this new format where it's quarter by quarter. Every quarter starts at 0-0. You play one quarter and you win that quarter, and then the score resets.
Uh-huh.
Then you play another quarter and you lose that quarter and the score resets.
Uh-huh.
Then you play the third quarter. It really don't matter who wins that one because the score resets.
Well, no, technically,
Well, yeah,
out of all of this, there is going to be a something matters. All these other quarters are going to matter.
Yeah. So the difference in points between those 3 quarters. Okay. So say you win one, you lose one, you win one, whatever. Whatever the difference is in points, add 24 to it. And that's what you got to score in the fourth quarter for the game to be over, because there'll be no shot clock. There'll be no tracking of anything. It's just play to you. Make up those points plus 24. I want to know
For Kobe's number.
He had 8.
Well, 8 and 24.
Okay. Should be 33, but okay. Whatever.
No, 32.
No, 33. He played 33 in high school. 24.
Yeah,
8.
33 in high school, 8 and 24 in pros.
Any thoughts on all this? I mean, how it's going to shake out? Does now the All-Star game in basketball mean nothing?
It never meant anything to begin with. It
was a
It
game.
didn't mean anything. It didn't mean anything to begin with. I mean, it was a showcase. It was never played. It was all. I see what the NBA is trying to do to the past. The trash. I honestly wouldn't have a problem with it. I could try and do, you know, the fly.
Yes.
I mean, just on the fly. The Patriots to Kobe. Although I think they done much can be done. I mean, you know, a guy of power who is an icon in the NBA, pretty much this generation's Jordan.
I have a comment on that.
Yeah.
Well, think of what do you understand? Was Kobe and LeBron. You know, Jordan, Kobe was like, I want to say the bridge, but Kobe was the guy between the ages of like 24. He was standing there, you know, the NBA before LeBron came in 2004. And
that Jordan brought to a pinnacle, and when Jordan prolific of a player to sustain the popularity of the NBA. So with Kobe and LeBron, gives it that Jordan popularity again. I agree with that. I think there's been a lot of talk about people out there going, "Oh, I wish NBA to, you know,
never going to happen.
Kobe." Well, first off,
going to happen.
first off, the NBA doesn't even acknowledge the they ripped off their logo. What's the logo monikered around? Do you remember? Nikki,
Jerry West.
remember Jerry West? It's his photo of him. Is it Will Chamberlain? I think I'm not sure offhand. I can't remember offhand. But NBA won't acknowledge the fact that they, one of the greats of the game, Bill Walton, I believe it is, right? Bill Walton. Walton. It's Bill Walton. To change the logo to anything that represents Kobe Bryant, people, you're fucking dreaming. It's never going to happen. And not because of any other simple reason than Kobe Bryant, as great as he was, as pro as he was, his career is still tarnished. And I really think the NBA is going to turn around and change their logo to represent of a rapist. Believe it or not, totally different story. But here still has a tarnish on it as a sex offender. And the NBA is not going to change the logo to back that. It's much like the NBA really wants nothing to do with Ray Lewis. Excuse me, the NFL wants nothing to do with Ray Lewis. You haven't heard his name after he retired. He doesn't exist. Not in the eyes of the NFL. It's the same thing here. I think it's a cool gesture, and I can totally get on board with immortalizing Kobe Bryant, youngest player to 30,000 points, youngest player to ever fucking step on court, period. Was he 18 years old in 2 days when he started playing, if I'm mistaken? I mean, his career definitely should be immortalized in some way, shape, or form. Retirement numbers, okay, that's kind of cool. Kind of fuck Shaq over now, isn't it? What was Shaq's number right now? What was Shaq's number, Nikki? He put late. He wore 24, didn't he?
Nope, 24.
I thought he wore 24.
Nope.
Oh, okay, I stand corrected on that. There's been a lot of talk of that Kobe war, all that shit. Stop it, people.
Shaq didn't talk to him for 4 years.
Yeah, and that was all bullshit. Also, I mean, even fucking Shaq came out and said it was all bullshit. Kobe deserves whatever it is they're going to do to immortalize him. I'm not taking away from the fact of what his career was by whatever was tarnished. You get a lot of players who are careers become tarnished because of something. I mean, look at baseball. Got a fucking suite of people who will never get into the Hall of Fame, and 2 more who people are trying to get in desperately, and I don't think get in. Maybe Bonds over Clemens, but it should be the other way around, personally. But changing a logo, stop it, people. Just stop. It's so stupid. It's stupid. And like where the NBA is trying to pay homage to Kobe for the All-Star game, I think it's kind of cool. But it's another sport where the All-Star game doesn't matter.
The only sport that the All-Star game actually has some kind of...
Not anymore. Name one.
relevance?
Name one. Name one.
Baseball.
Why? Why does it matter?
Home field advantage
No,
in the World Series.
No, that ended 3 years ago. No. That ended 3 years ago.
Oh, then none.
There is none. There is none.
Which is stupid because that was the one cool thing about baseball. Gave the game relevance.
Gave the game relevance to people in their mid-30s to 40s. Everybody else hated the idea. Hated the idea.
But it's your meat and potatoes. It's all the people that have children at this point that are turning them into fans of the game. It was like the sweet spot of fandom is where you hit gold.
I don't know. I'm trying to set it back right.
that say you had a team that had that had the best record in baseball ends up playing an away, 4 games away.
Yep.
I was like, okay, if they're
Stop.
that good, they should be able to win their 3 games at home and at least take one of those 4 games away, and we wouldn't be talking about that.
Right. Suck
But
it up,
gave the
Buttercup.
game-
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Suck it up, Buttercup. That's what I said.
Yeah.
And when they stopped doing it, it was like, why? It was the one game where everybody could actually watch because there was and watch and like be enthralled about because the game had purpose.
It meant something.
These days, in this day and age, it doesn't matter where what sport it is. The All-Star game is basically a glorified vacation.
Yes.
It is. It's a glorified vacation. You get to spend You get to spend 5 days in wherever, and you get to play a game in which there's really no competition whatsoever. There won't be in hockey. It's a goal scoring fest unless you have like 2 of the greatest goaltenders, playing at the same time. In baseball, the game, you get the best players, but they're only playing like 1-2 innings each. In football, you're not going to see any big hits being laid or anything like that. And in basketball, God forbid you see defense. The over/under is always like 300 to 315, and sometimes it gets blown even past that.
It wasn't up until the